On Thursday, President Biden made a major announcement that impacts 2 million federal employees nationwide, as many as 4 million federal contractors. That announcement is mandating vaccinations for federal employees and contractors. Now, Disney and Walmart are such large employers that, they're doing the same thing that other CEOs of major corporations may take notice. So the question is, will this start a national trend of mandated vaccinations? Workplace expert Joel Patterson joining me now. Joel, good morning.
Good morning. How you doing today?
Good. So what do you think the answer to that is?
Well, I think it's a trend that's not going to slow down. I think the companies that we're seeing so far make this announcement are large organizations with very large PR departments as well. And so it makes you wonder, are they making this decision themselves, or is it really public sentiment that's driving their policy? But I think when you look across the broad mix of businesses that are out there, including all the small and medium businesses, most of them are very hesitant to make this kind of decision. Nobody wants to tell another person that they have to put something in their body in order to do their job. But it is a very sticky situation for a lot of employers right now.
All right, Joel, so here's the million-dollar question. If companies begin to require shots as a condition of employment, do they risk losing some really, really good employees? Because the last time I checked, 1/3 of Americans are not vaccinated, and a sizable percentage may never be persuaded to get the shot.
Yeah, you're hitting on it. The real issue right there these days, and everybody's heard this before. The real problem the businesses are having are people recruiting, retaining good quality people in their workplace, and this is not going to help with that. There's a lot of people, like you said, people that don't want to get the vaccine. They're probably not going to get the vaccine, and that's going to make one more potential hit against you if you require that as an employer when they're interviewing with you. So these days, it's so sensitive in how you treat the situation. You're really looking for everything you can not to create any kind of controversy when you're talking with recruits, and this is making it that much more difficult. And there's no doubt long term it is going to be an impact or have an impact on how you recruit, who you hire, and whether or not they even want to come work for you.
You're a workplace expert, Joel. You head up the Vested Group. That's a firm that's always on the best places to work list. What are you doing?
Well, we are doing nothing right now. We are taking surveys and understanding what our situation is as far as vaccinations, and we're right in line with America. Interestingly enough, we just had a survey where it's 74%. And we don't, like everyone else, we really don't want to have to tell people what to put in their body. But we also have clients, and we send our employees out to clients. And so we have to make sure that we have a clear policy so that our clients are comfortable with it. But we also want to make sure that we're respecting the privacy of our employees, allowing them to make decisions they want to make, and hopefully create an environment where they can continue to do their job effectively.
So why don't you, and this is just me thinking outside the box here and listening to what you're saying as far as your situation goes, so why not, you're going to have some employees who are vaccinated, some who are not. You're going to have some clients who want to deal with only vaccinated people, some don't care. So send your vaccinated employees to deal with the places that want vaccinated people and let your unvaccinated employees go and deal with the other ones. And I think it's a win-win.
Yeah, and when you simplify it down like that, it seems like that would be the right answer. The problem is, at least in that situation, I can't necessarily send. Maybe that person doesn't have the right skill set that is vaccinated or not vaccinated.
Fair enough.
Out to the deal. Yeah, so there's just so many different complications that go into that. And it would be so great if people could just come to an agreement and figure it out and get vaccinated and we'll move forward. But you also have to respect privacy, and I totally get that, and I want people to feel comfortable when they're decision making, when they're deciding whether or not to get a shot.
Talking to Joel Patterson right now, workplace expert. Joel, make me understand. Nobody's been able to make me understand. I've asked this so many times that my listeners are probably like, shut the hell up already. But I'm unvaccinated. I have no plans on getting vaccinated. Tell me why I should. I mean, I'm 51. I'm healthy. I take care of myself. I already had COVID. I was asymptomatic. Why in the world would I put something in my body that has not been fully FDA approved, number one? And number two, when my immune system is perfectly fine, obviously, for a variant that is not as near as severe as the first round. Hospitalizations are not up. Deaths are not up. Cases are up, but who cares? We get colds, we get the flu, we're going to get COVID. So why should somebody like me or somebody who works for you like me get vaccinated?
Well, I can't tell you, but I can tell you me. I'm pretty much the same situation as you. I'm 48 years old. I'm healthy. I got a good immune system, and I just chose to get vaccinated. And the reason I did is because I believe in the science. And I'm not trying to tell you that I understand all of the science. I believe in the science of the people that are out there working collectively to come up with the vaccine. I believe in those people. And so I want to represent that I do that, as well as to my employees, and say, hey, look, this is what I'm doing. I'm leading. I believe that's what I need to do. And I'm okay if you choose not to. But as the leader of the organization, I believe that this is my responsibility. And I want to do everything that I can to prevent other people from getting sick. And I'm okay with it. But I also have lots of friends that are just like you. And that's okay. It's just a matter of, that's kind of what makes this place great. Everybody can have a different reason, but the reality is some people are just going to be okay and just kind of get along to go along, and that is me. I'm all right with that decision.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm perfectly okay with your response. I mean, and I think that's what makes America. That's your choice, and this is my choice, but my choice is not being respected. I'm being forced to do something I don't want to do. I'm being made to be some sort of leper, and that's where we have this divisiveness in this country. This is where you're like, this is where it gets tough. Yeah, it does. It should be a personal choice at this point, but yet it's kind of not. And this is the most un-American thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it's hard to argue that. Can I ask you, are you always an anti-vaxxer or just this time?
No, listen, I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I don't think there's anything wrong with the vaccine. You wanted to do it, that's fine. I am not a person that's sitting here going, don't get the vaccine, it's going to kill you. Or don't get the vaccine, it's not going to work. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I'm perfectly healthy. I don't need it. Why should I get it? And don't give me this, well, you got to protect grandma crap. Number one, grandma's already vaccinated. And number two, Joel, look around. Look around. Go to a Walmart, okay? I see more fat people with a cigarette hanging out of their mouth. They don't give a damn about their health. Why should I? That's not my responsibility. Yeah. If I have cancer, I need to take care of myself. I need to go to my chemo treatments. I need to take all the precautions that I need to make sure that I don't put myself in bad situations, okay? I don't rely on you or anybody else to worry about me. That's me. So, I mean, I don't get it. I don't get this whole, well, we got to do it for other people. No. Not when I look at this other person and they haven't done a sit-up in 30 years. That's not my concern. They don't care about themselves.
Yeah, the hypocrisy gets a little out of control.
It's crazy.
And I totally agree with what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, I know. So I'm not anti-vax. I am 100% okay. I thought your answer was tremendous. I respect you for doing what you're doing. My point is, then other people should respect me for saying that I believe in my immune system and I don't think I need it, and I'm okay with that. I mean, I think this has got to come back to personal choice, and I just don't see that happening. Joel, I appreciate your time. Good conversation.
Always, sir. See you next time.
Thank you. Joel Patterson, workplace expert right